Haven't you had enough, Mr. Calderasher, sir? I'm sorry, but I've got a business to run. This, haphazard fortune-telling of yours is costing me a fortune in free drinks.
What? My fortune-telling? Haphazard? Are you a complete fool? Let me tell you something for free. Anyway, so what if I saw it? So what if I thought it would only have led to another disaster? That's what.
I'm sorry, Mr. Calderasher, sir. If you're saying you knew about the fire, shouldn't you at least have warned Master Rylus?
Yes, poor Rylus. How many times I argued with the old man. What? What is it?
You!
Come, show your face to the great Calderasher. Yes, yes.
Quick! Quick! Everyone come quick! There's a monster in town! Just come and see! The whole town's gone crazy!
What the? This ain't good, Gov. Come on. Look lively!
He looked at me. Oh, it's hideous.
Get out! Get out, monster! You're not welcome here!
Oh, that was right on the... Oh.
Well, that was a fine reception. Don't they realize who I am? Judging a book by its cover. Don't they know it's what's inside that counts?
Yeah, you can say that again.
So then, did you manage to find Master Rylus? What? He's dead? Oh, no, no, no! Well, I suppose there's no point crying over spilt milk. It's Dulmagus we're after. He's the one who cursed the princess and I, after all. He's the one who made us look so ridiculous. I had hoped Rylus might be able to help us locate him, but it seems we'll just have to track Dulmagus down by ourselves. With Rylus gone, we have nothing further to gain from staying here. Let's be on our way.
Wait! Please wait. I'm sorry to come running after you like this. It's just that I wanted to ask you a favor.
Are you not afraid of me, young lady?
I dreamt about you. I dreamt that some people came to town with a strange creature. It was sort of halfway between a human and a monster, and I dreamt that they could make wishes come true.
Strange creature? Are you referring to me?
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to be rude.
Not to worry. I've had worse things said to me today. You know, you remind me. Anyway, you say you had a dream about...
I'm sorry. I haven't even introduced myself. I'm Valentina, daughter of the great fortune teller Caldarasha. If you could just come to my house, I'll explain everything there. It's by the well, at the far end of town. I'll be waiting for you.
What was she rabbiting on about? Come round my house, she says.
Magnificent! She wasn't afraid to look at me at all, not one bit. Oh, she reminds me of my Medea. We must give this young girl a helping hand. Right then, my boy. Go and find the house by the well, and... Me?
You came. I'm so sorry. I must have drifted off. How rude of me. I wanted to ask you a favor about this crystal ball. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. Perhaps I should start from the beginning? Of course. Let me explain. My father, Kaldarasha, was once a really famous fortune teller. Lost treasure, missing people. There was nothing the great Kaldarasha couldn't help people with. But then one day, he lost his powers. All of a sudden, nothing he foretold turned out to be true. It's probably because he stopped using a real crystal ball. This glass ball isn't...
Valentina, what is going on here? How many times have I told you not to touch my crystal ball? What? Aren't you that boy from the pub? What brings you here? Ah, never mind. I do not know what my daughter has asked you. But you can forget it. I do not need your help. I am fine as I am. I am going to bed. Valentina, say your farewells and show our young visitor to the door.
I'm sorry, but whatever he says, he's the one who's really suffering since he lost his powers. That's why I wanted to ask you this favor. Really? You went so far. I also dreamt that there's a crystal ball hidden deep in... I suppose only the daughter of the great Kaldarasha.
I see.
Magnificent!
magnificent! Such devotion to her father. I'm impressed. Just how a daughter should be. And if this Caldarasha gets his powers back, there's nothing he can't find, am I right? Then we'll kill two birds with one stone. The time's getting on. Medea and I will stay outside. That's the last time we set foot in a barbaric town like this, but you should spend the night at the inn and rest well, so that you're ready to take on the world tomorrow. In the morning, we leave for the waterfall cave.